Callum, we appreciate your time and coming to talk to us after a tough one to take, I'm sure. What's the overriding emotion after that match tonight?
I think no one can question our work right and how hard we work as a group, but it's a Premiership, that's the level of everyone, so we've got to be more clinical and we've got to make it harder for teams to score 2 cheap maul tries, and then we make a mistake, do a good job to get out and then give them a cheap 50-metre try through Vakatawa, something we spoke about all week. But in this league, if you don't get those things right, it's a tough old place.
Do you put that down to inexperience? A lot of lads just maybe learning the ropes at Premiership level, or is just a little bit of accuracy that maybe if you're in a better moment in terms of form wouldn't happen?
Probably a mixture of the both. We've got a lot of young players, and getting those boys blooded and making sure they get their game time is really important. It's a Premiership, the only way to get used to it is by playing. But I think they're all putting their hands up and playing really well. Boys like Louis Johnson, Jamie, not as young. Jordan, who came in the day as a debut, like some lads are really putting their hands up and playing well, but we get to moments in games where we seem to just lose focus for 10 or so minutes and teams scoring 2 tries against us, 3 tries, and then the game slips away from us. We've got to go for 80 minutes. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
As a captain, what do you say to your players when you're in the middle of a tough run of games and a tough run of defeats like this? Do you have to work a bit harder to keep the positivity, or does that remain pretty bright throughout?
You've got to be positive, but also you've got to be honest with each other. It's the only way you can get better. So over the past few weeks, you can imagine there's been some pretty frank meetings where boys have had some conversations, but it needs to be done. Like, we're all trying to learn and get better, myself included. We're in this situation as a team, and we'll get out of it as a team. The only way we can do is going back to the training field, work on what we need to work on, watching training, watching games, and just going back to it, going back to basics, and keep on going and trucking on.
I know a lot of these frank conversations are not for public ears, but what kind of things have been said? What kind of things are required to be addressed to get that first win?
Just things around moments in games, just simple skill errors or giving teams easy tries, as I've spoken about. So we need to make sure that we get on top of that. But yeah, it's just about getting the train and just making sure we have a look at those things pretty much.
Callum, thank you again for talking to us. Have a good Christmas, mate.
You too, mate. Cheers, thank you.